Robert Oppenheimer. Julius Robert Oppenheimer was an American theoretical physicist, noted as director of the Los Alamos Laboratory during development of the atomic bomb and as director of the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton. Accusations of disloyalty led to government hearing that resulted in the loss of his security clearance and of his positions as advisor to the highest echelons of the United States government. The case became a cause célèbre in the world of science because of its implications concerning political and moral issues relating to the role of scientists in government. Robert Oppenheimer was born on the 22nd of April 1904 in New York. Oppenheimer was the son of a German immigrant who had made his fortune by importing textiles in New York City. During his undergraduate studies at Harvard University, Oppenheimer excelled in Latin, Greek, physics, and chemistry, published poetry, and studied Eastern philosophy. After graduating in 1925, he sailed for England to do research at the Cavendish Laboratory at the University of Cambridge, which under the leadership of Lord Ernest Rutherford had an international reputation for its pioneering studies on atomic structure. At the Cavendish, Oppenheimer had the opportunity to collaborate with the British scientific community in its efforts to advance the cause of atomic research. Max Born invited Oppenheimer to the University of Göttingen, where he met other prominent physicists, such as Bohr and Dirac, and where in 1927 he received his doctorate. After short visits at science centers in Leiden and Zurich, he returned to the United States to teach physics at the University of California, at Berkeley at the California Institute of Technology. In the 1920s, the new quantum and relativity theories were engaging in the attention of science. That mass was equivalent to energy, and that matter could be both wave-like and corpuscular, carried implications seen only dimly at that time. Oppenheimer's early research was devoted in particular to energy processes of subatomic particles, including electrons, positrons, and cosmic rays. He also did groundbreaking work on neutron stars and black holes. Since quantum theories had been proposed only a few years before, the university post provided him an excellent opportunity to devote his entire career to the exploration and development of its full significance. In addition, he trained a whole generation of United States physicists who were greatly affected by his qualities of leadership and intellectual independence. The rise of Adolf Hitler in Germany stirred his first interest in politics. In 1936, he sided with the Republic during the Civil War in Spain, where he became acquainted with communist students. Although his father's death in 1937 left Oppenheimer a fortune that allowed him to subsidize anti-fascist organizations, the tragic suffering inflicted by Joseph Stalin on Russian scientists led him to withdraw his associations with the Communist Party. In fact, he never joined the party. In 1939, Oppenheimer began an affair with Catherine Poening, a graduate student in botany at the University of California. Poening divorced her husband and married Oppenheimer in 1940. After the invasion of Poland by Nazi Germany in 1939, the physicists Einstein, Schiller, and Wigner warned the United States government of the dangers threatening all of humanity if the Nazis should be the first to make a nuclear bomb. Oppenheimer then began to seek a process for the separation of uranium-235 from natural uranium and to determine the critical mass of uranium required to make such a bomb. In August 1942, the United States Army was given the responsibility of organizing the efforts of British and United States physicists to seek a way to harness nuclear energy for military purposes, an effort that became known as the Manhattan Project. Oppenheimer was instructed to establish and administer a laboratory to carry out this assignment. In 1943, he chose the plateau of Los Alamos in New Mexico. The joint effort of outstanding scientists at Los Alamos culminated in the first nuclear explosion on the 16th of July 1945 at the Trinity site near Alamogordo in New Mexico. The Trinity nuclear test was the codename of the first nuclear weapon explosion test. This experiment was conducted by the United States Army on the 16th of July 1945 as part of the Manhattan Project in the Jornada del Muerto Desert in New Mexico. This experiment is referred to as the beginning of the atomic age. The nuclear bombing of the Hiroshima and Nagasaki occurred only a few weeks after this test. The test was conducted at 5:29 and caused an explosion and the release of energy equivalent to 20 kilotons of TNT. The desert sand, which was mainly composed of silica, was melted and turned into a weakly radioactive light green glass called tritonite. The explosion created a hole 1.5 meters deep and 9.1 meters in diameter. During the explosion, the surrounding mountains lit up for 1 or 2 seconds more than during the day. The observed colors varied from purple to green and finally changed to white. The roar of the explosion reached the observers after 40 seconds and was felt up to 160 kilometers away, and the height of the mushroom cloud reached 12.1 kilometers. In 1947, he became head of the Institute for Advanced Study and served from 1974 until 1952 as chairman of the General Advisory Committee of the Atomic Energy Commission, which in October 1949 opposed development of the hydrogen bomb. In December of 1953, he was notified of a military security report unfavorable to him and was accused of having associated with communists, of delaying the naming of Soviet agents, and of opposing the building of hydrogen bomb. The following year, a security hearing declared him not guilty of treason, but ruled that he should not have access to military secrets. As a result, his contract as advisor to the United States Atomic Energy Commission was cancelled. He spent the last years of his life working out ideas on the relationship between science and society. In 1963, United States President Lyndon Johnson presented Oppenheimer with the Enrico Fermi Award of the Atomic Energy Commission. Oppenheimer retired from the Institute for Advanced Study in 1966 and died of throat cancer the following year, on the 18th of February 1967. Many thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel and like and share this video.